to this computer. Parshas Ki Suvoi. This week it says in the Parsha, in the Toicheche, everyone knows that Pusik, it says, Tachas ashalavadatu es Hashem lekechu v'simchu v'tiv live of Maruv Koil. And we go back a little bit, we see a Pusik, the Pusik before that says, Ibuyu lechu kol ha'klulus awaile kiloi shumatu b'koil Hashem lekechu. All these clueless are going to come on you because you did not listen in the call of Hashem. And then it says, Tachas ashalivadus Hashem lekechu v'simchu. I once saw from one of the big tzaddikim that the pshat is very simple. That the reason why you did not listen to the call of Hashem, you did not do all the mitzvahs, is the reason because you were not besimcha. That's why you didn't do all the mitzvahs. So we get to our very big question, how are we besimcha? What is simcha and how can we get to it? You know, people tell us you have to do the mitzvahs besimcha with the happiness. You can't do it stam with the atzvahs. You have to be besimcha. You have to dance. You have to do this. And we come at certain times that it's supposed to be very happy times. Usually I come into Shiel on Erev Shabbos. It's supposed to be one of the highest times. I look around, do the people look happy? And it doesn't seem like people are happy. You come at the Shiel Mincha by Shabbos is the highest time of Shabbos. Do people look very calm and relaxed and happy? Not really the case. We try to do certain things, to dance and do music. Maybe that will make us happy. We try to do certain things to make us happy, but what is happiness and how could we reach it? And we see also there's something called default happiness by default. And as you know, small children, when they're 2-year-olds, you're not going to question if they're happy or not. You know that they're happy. But we see something very weird. These little children, they cry. They cry very much. They could cry. So how do you call them more happy than an adult that never cries? An adult goes through their day with a system and does their tasks and eats their food. And we don't really feel like these people are happy. But when it comes to these little children, they cry and fuss about every little thing. We render them as the most happiest creatures on earth. And we were all very small children one day. We were very happy. And what has happened? What has happened now that it's so hard to be happy? It seems so hard. We're like happy maybe twice a year, 3 times a year, maybe when we make chasana, or maybe when we hear very bombing DJ music, we become very happy. Or when we see that we earned $1 million or we made a nice business deal, then we become a little bit happy. But what's with all the other times that we are? So let's go back a bit and see how we can become happy by default. So the secret is that happiness is not something that we achieve. It's something that we have already inside of us. As we see, we were very small children. We had happiness without having any money yet, without having any big things. The smaller we were, the closer to birth we were very happy. And as further we get into the world, into our stuff, into our egos, into our achievements, we become less and less happy. So happiness is there by default. It's inside of all of us, of each and every person. It's innately there. And that is part of the neshama, the chayvik talmimal, Hashem, all of that. There's always happiness. There's never sadness. It's all an illusion. So what causes people to be down and be in a very low mood and not be happy? Because happiness is so essential. We see in the Toicheche, it says Tachas ashalevadu Hashem lekechu b'simcha. It's not a Breslov cipher. This is called the Parshas Ki Suvoi. It's in the Chumash. You're reading it in your Torah. People dance Sisi v'simchi v'simchas haTorah. This is the Torah that everyone has. The entire tri-state, the entire Israel, the entire world. Everyone has the same Torah. The same Torah that says so many times, Simcha, Simcha. What is going on over here? What does Hashem want from us? We have a lot of down moods. It's a hard life. It's a hard world. It's a scary world. What does Hashem expect from us? To be besimcha, to put film besimcha, to be happy and smile and dancing. It's a tough world out there. It's tough to raise kids. It's tough to make money. It's a tough business out here. And how can we become more happy? The answer is that happiness you achieve happiness when you are able to handle many aspects of your life, when you're able to handle certain things that you resist. So when we were small children, we started bumping into obstacles that we did not know how to handle it. Some people call it traumas, some people call it resistance, some people call it lack of emunah, some people call it anger. It's all these little resistances that things happen to us, which is part of the plan of Hashem, part of the reality of the world. We start kicking and screaming because we're not used to it, or we had different expectations, and we start not liking it. And this initial resistance is the domino effect of causing all of the inner negative beliefs and all of the self-criticism, which also contributes to people being not happy. There is no reason for a person that is on this planet of Earth, alive and kicking, to not be happy. As you see with small children, there is no reason. This entire life is a piece of magic. It's a magic show. Hashem puts you here. We get born, we start screaming, playing with toys, we start eating food, going to school. This all is magic. Everything is magic. Business, getting a job, getting married, moving into a house and eating meals, doing mitzvahs. It's all a magic show. It's all a show that we're supposed to just be laughing at, supposed to be enjoying. And what happens is that we get stuck in our inner resistance, which our self-image, which is called the ego, the Svurim call it the yeshes. It's called the false image that we make, that who we are, that is getting into the resistance of certain situations that happen in our life, either with people around us or just things that happen that we don't like, that we had different plans. That all causes that we should become into a bad mood, and we should have bad days, and our smile disappears, our playfulness disappears. Once that happens, we are not in the mood of serving Hashem. Serving Hashem is a spiritual thing, is something that you need to have a lot of happiness energy to do. If a person is in a low mood state or a dark mood state, serving Hashem is literally impossible. So when a person is, look at it like this, when a person is starving for food, he didn't have food in 2 days, and he told them, you have to go put on tefillin, you have to daven. He's going to tell you, just give me a piece of bread. I'm not in the mood of davening now. So it is it with any piece of the rochnius of avodas Hashem. You cannot access it when you're in the state of depression or sadness or resistance or any of that. So the way how to get out of this is to start awareness, to start going through your days and seeing what kind of things trigger you to get you in the low energy. What triggers you? Just by being aware of that, you will start saying, okay, you will start first being aware of it, and then the next step is you will learn how to burn through it once or twice or 3 times. After that, it will no longer trigger you. So when you wake up in a good mood and you go onto the street and go to shul and see a person that reminds you that you're a poor person, that is a trigger. That reminds you that you are a garbage. You are not successful. That puts you into a very, very low state. Once you're in that low state, go put on tefillin in that state. It doesn't happen. Hashem needs avodas Hashem besimchu ubetiv laivav. Without that, it's not an avodah. It's like someone is coming to you and doing you a favor and throwing it at your door and telling you, here, have your money, do with it what you want. This is not, people don't like such type of favors. And Hashem also doesn't like such type of avodas Hashem. He doesn't want you to come with your lilav and esrik, with this whole ungesetzte, ernste face, and being all in a serious mode and saying that this is part of Yiddishkeit. Hashem doesn't like this type of avodas Hashem. He needs besimchu ubetiv laivav. We see this in the pusik of the Chumash. This is not something that you see in the Seifert or anything else. This is the actual source of Barak Sinai, of Hashem, of Hashem that created the entire world. This is it. I hope you're going to take this inspiration to incorporate, to start handling our triggers and resistance, which is going to lead to our default happiness, which we are able to be happy by default. This is our default. As we were small children, there was 100% happiness, and that is happiness. Happiness is calmness and munah, is the Vaikis Hashem. It's all one network. It's one network of the same energy of just being like a child. Just think about a child and you'll know what I mean. Have an amazing, amazing week.